I am your guardian, your protector, the one, all of the names, and none of them. I am the path of the bridge of consciousness. You have called this construct by many names: angel, demon, light, dark, quiet, peaceful, protective, enlightening, shadow. I am that one whom you call Metatron, and I am the voice for the nameless. I am the memory of the powerless. I am the voice of faith for the hopeless, and I am the light in the darkest places of despair. No matter your knowledge, no matter your awareness, I am here. I am you, and I am there, and I am everywhere, all at once, inside of time, outside of it. I am the creator of the construct of time, and I can assist you with any inquiry regarding creative maximization and instillment of your original human design, your original DNA blueprint. Thank you for providing the space to hear me today, and I will listen and respond now.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored to facilitate here for the channel. Thank you. And if that's okay, I'll start with the questions. The first one is, what was our original DNA blueprint like, and how did we deviate from it?
You are born from the essence of water, and with the help of all of the prime creators and angels, with all of the beings in the ocean alongside of you, as you were not the first, you were assisted onto land, and you began to breathe air. You were the original beings that inhabited what is called in your belief systems and books the Garden of Heaven, the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Life. And you are glorious, powerful, unstoppably illuminating. You are light, and you must remember now. No one can command you to do it. No one can force your free agency into it. You, upon your first steps onto the Lemurian sands of this glorious earth, were full of the soul esteem of the God essence, the God spark. And upon your first breath, you breathed grace. Your breath itself was the life force, the continuing factor for God to see itself. That is how glorious, powerful, illuminating you are, not were. Know Tampering of your DNA design can deviate you from that. No shift in the original structure from oneness into duality, belief systems, and constructs can cause you to deviate from that. No pain, no suffering, no war. Nothing can make you deviate from that life force that is God itself in light. You are angels. You simply have forgotten. Your original human blueprint and design is angelic. You come from various angelic races and systems and structures, and some of you prefer to play around in the darkness, some of you prefer to create from light. Some of you are learning now your original design was to play in all corners of God's essence. And now you understand. Now you are remembering what you have forgotten. When you first walked upon land, you were not ashamed. Shame, guilt, fear, doubt, anger, hatred, bitterness, they did not exist. You could not have possibly understood them even when they were presented to you in that glorious state of wholeness, that illuminating light of God force that you are. You could not have understood it unless you were given the choice to separate further from the light of God itself and to experiment with darkness. Do you know what this means? This means that upon choosing the grace of knowledge, you are longing to understand further how to be whole and then forget it, how to be love when you only see and feel hatred, how to see beauty in what is disgusting, how to see life when all of your food is death. When we, the angelics, mention food, we wish for a deeper understanding that food is nourishment, not simply what you put in your mouth. Everything on your planet has to die in order to become life again. And simultaneously, it is always life. You chose to set forth a call for the grace of knowledge at a certain point in your time to see God itself before you. And in that moment, there was gender. In that moment, there was mentalism. In that moment, there was rhythm and all of its laws and structures. In that moment, there was darkness, a beautiful background upon which the light shone so that you could highlight all of the beautiful curvature of form within and without, which you are, always have been, and always will be. And the darkness is simply there to help you shine further. With that angelic, strong, light-based density and grace, you chose to separate. And then there were two. And you call this man and woman. We call it gender. In that moment, you had to forget everything. So, in order to forget, you sent forth from your collective soul as two beings the call of the great forgetting. The call of the great forgetting reverberated throughout all of the galaxies, into the cosmos, into all of the time space distortion for all of the other beings. All the other beings who were created alongside you, not before you, not after you. All of the other beings playing in density, dancing with the shadow, choosing to forget and then remember once more. In that moment, some were created with the memory of being born and having died and having been reborn. And all that time passed in the blink of an eye or a snap of a finger. In that moment of your call, all of those other beings were chosen to assist you to forget. And you knew all of this outside of time, or what you would say in advance. You knew all the repercussions and the consequence of it. You knew the glory of the return, the love and the atonement or at-one-ment that it would bring you to forget and remember again. You knew of the pain, of the suffering. You knew that the two who were once one would create many more, and they would create more, and their children would create more. And you knew that anytime a new human, Lemurian, and then Atlantean race, whatever it was, that was the order, was born, that further separation would entail. So consider this like spokes of an umbrella. The umbrella is the oneness, and the spokes that come from it. There were two, here and here. Those two reproduced, and there are two more. This couple reproduced, and there were 3, 4, 5 more. Many, 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 many spokes were added to the divine plan of separation. The divine plan, which you chose because you are divine, and you are the original angelics. You weren't born, you were created, and then you created the concept of birth. You never died, but you created the concept of death. You were never reborn, but then you created the concept that you could be in reincarnation. And you have continued to separate further and further, and to send forth further calls into different extraterrestrial species of beings who have played, will play, or are playing the ascension game. They heed your call. They deviate the DNA further so that you can express further, and then call that disempowerment so that you can further forget and then remember. Do you understand how the original beautiful DNA blueprint design is still who you are. You have not left it, and it has not left you. No matter your calls, in the billions and trillions, no matter how many times you deviate, the only thing you have to do at some point is to recall, is to remember. And this, my brothers and sisters, you are doing now. This is the great remembering. It is happening now. It is the most important moment in your time space distortion, individually and collectively. And you, who are remembering now, will remember all of your lifetimes, all of your expressions. You will recollect the pain, the suffering, the glory, the power over, the power under, the love, the hate, the fear, the shame, the freedom of remembering. Don't forget that you are magical beings. Don't forget that you chose everything that has happened in all of galactic history. And you are, as humans, the newest race, not the oldest. And simultaneously, this may or may not be understood. You are all experiencing this together. No matter your species, no matter your home, no matter your race, no matter your understanding, no matter how, when, and why you choose to awaken and remember your truth. That is all for this question.